All right, so this is the Zero Waste Palm Tree Project. There is Israel, Ethan, myself, Colin, and Sam as well. So the Zero Waste Initiative here at ASU is to basically divert as much waste as possible from landfills. And the waste that we're taking on specifically is palm tree waste. We get 200 tons of it every single year, and most of it comes in October and November. Uh, One of the things that this initiative is all about is closed loop economies. In other words, what this waste is that we are sending to a landfill right now, we want to send it to somebody else and have it come back to us as a repurposed material that we can then use on campus, whether it's for the students or it's for buildings or whatnot. One successful program that we have right now is sending out furniture, and a company shreds it up and then sends it back to us as insulation, which we put into the walls of our new buildings as the campus grows. So that's kind of cool. But that's the kind of thing that we're looking for with 200 tons of palm waste. The solution we came up with, and we tried all kinds of things from charcoals to what is it? Um, Fertilizers. We did a lot of research, couldn't figure out what to do. Paper products. We have had some success there, around the world turning palm tree waste into paper products, so that's what we're going with. And what we want to shoot for is basically a paper sleeve for the hot cups that you buy when you go to Starbucks or something like that. If you want to do a white color, then what you end up doing is using more chemicals in the process, and that's not what we want to do. We want to keep this simple. So the other difficulties or challenges with this is the high cost. Making paper, you have to boil water with the shredded materials, and water does not heat up easily, right? It's got a huge heat capacitance. Breaking the material down in the first place requires machines that palm waste breaks. Palm waste is notorious for breaking wood chippers and whatnot. And then lastly, with 200 tons of palm waste, you put that all in a pile and it's a major fire hazard. So we are a little bit concerned about that as well. The process for making paper is chip it up, first of all. We want to get into 5 to 7 centimeter pieces, and then soaking it in cold water for a few hours before adding soda ash or sodium carbonate. One of the ways to produce sodium carbonate is, and another word for that is lye, which is a very alkali or basic chemical, is to take wood ash and combine it with water and let it soak and let it slowly chemically process on its own, and it produces sodium carbonate, which we can use as the chemical agent which goes into the cooking process for paper pulp. Once we've done that, you rinse the pulp away and try and clear out as much stuff as you can, like the magnesiums and irons that are in there. And then you shape it and whatnot and turn it into the paper that it needs to be. We're going to focus on 1 through 5 because we still need to do proof of concept. This is the boneyard that we found. It's a section of ASU Tempe campus where all this stuff gets sent before being shipped off. So we did some research and looked at the specimens themselves. These are some of the variables that we want to look at, or the traits when we're picking out materials. Again, there's all kinds of different material that comes out of palm waste, so we want to be really careful with what we use and what we don't use. Here's a good example of our solution. It's a nice illustration. All the palm tree goes in, and basically we don't know at this point which materials are going to be the best. We then separate it out into the material that we will be turning into pulp, and this is in the chemical bathing process. And then the waste that we do not plan on using, we can actually use as a fuel itself, right? Burn, and that'll produce the energy that we need to boil water and produce the pulps. Once this has been burned, we can then use the ash to produce the lye, which goes into the chemical process. So opportunities and risks right there. The TB300 combi made by Peruzzo SLR, or SRL, SRL is just LLC in Spanish, is the only machine we've been able to find that can actually handle palm waste. So that's what we're looking into as well. And then coming up, we need to get in contact with the ASU labs. They have the machine assets already, a paper making lab. We just need to reach out to them. They haven't responded to us yet, and actually do a proof of concept in their lab to see that we can make make paper out of the materials that we have. So that's where we are going to leave you. Good luck.